There are many times you procrastinate, or there are few times you are productive. Do you know the reason? It's because of laziness. So let us break that laziness with the help of productivity tips and techniques in this journey. Before that, let us listen from Paulo Coelho. One day you will wake up and there won't be any more time to do the things you have always wanted to do. Do it right now. This was said by Paulo Coelho. Let us see the small introduction before going to this journey of productivity. In this, let us start with a small poem, then afterwards we'll discuss. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry, I could not travel both. And be one traveller, long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as far that the passing there had worn them really about the same, and both that morning equally lay in leaves, no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on the to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less travelled by, and that has made all the difference. This is the beautiful poem written by Robert Frost, which explains the power of path that you choose. You can choose the easy path, which everyone is taking, or you can take the hard path. The truth is that most things you would like to have or achieve are never easy. They take time, effort, and focus. That's why choosing to take the path, hard path, will make all the difference in your life. As each moment unfolds before you, there are two paths. One is the road most traveled, and the other is the one less explored. If you are striving to reach your goals, your targets, your deadlines, and manifest your dreams, it's up to you to choose the path, which path you want to go, or which path you choose to lead it in the right direction. Life is short, and if you are not careful, you will find moving yourself from one place to another place, let us suppose A to B, without any purpose. As the Roman philosopher Seneca said almost 2000 years ago in a letter to his friend Paulinus, like this: it is not that we have a short space of time, but that we have wasted much of time. Life is long enough, and it has been given in sufficiently generous measure to allow the accomplishment of the very greatest things, if the whole of it is well invested. But when it is squandered in luxury and carelessness, when it is devoted to no good end, forced at last by the ultimate necessity we perceive that it is devoted, that it has passed away before we were aware that it was passing. So it is. The life we receive is not short, but we make it so, nor do we have any lack of it, but are wasteful of it. I was watching an old interview with Jeff Bezos, who is the founder of Amazon, recently, in which he talked about a new kind of framework to take important decisions. Before starting Amazon, he used to work at an investment bank. Jeff Bezos was used to work on investment bank. One day, he told his boss that he wanted to leave his job to start selling books online. Amazon started by selling books online before they expanded into another categories. They went for a walk in the Central Park in New York for about 2 hours, and his boss said, "This actually sounds like a really good idea to me, but it would be an even better idea for somebody who did not already have a job." He convinced Jeff Bezos to think about quitting for 48 hours before making a final decision. Bezos then found a framework that helped him to decide, which is nothing but regret minimization framework. Let me repeat it: regret minimization framework. Basically, it means to minimize the number of regrets you have when you are old. Here is what Jeff Bezos says: I want to project myself forward to the age of 80 and say, okay, I am looking back on my life. I want to minimize the number of regrets that I have. And I knew that when I was 80, I was not going to regret having tried this. I was not going to regret trying to participate in this thing called the internet that I thought was going to be a really big deal. I knew that if I failed, I would not regret that. But I knew the one thing I might regret is not even having tried. I knew that would haunt me every day. Imagine you're almost 80, looking back at the things and wishing you did something differently. You will regret all the moments you wasted being lazy, sitting on a couch watching TV for no reason, spending hours each scrolling aimlessly through the social media feed with no purpose. Like many people are doing this, like scrolling the YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, lot of social media are eating up our times. Some it is useful. Think about this for a moment. A few moments, think of this. What will you regret when you are 80 years old? Is it about watching YouTube video? No, right? Just imagine yourself, you are 80 years, how you have spent it. Have you spent it worthy or have you spent it wasty? Think of that. Here are a few regrets that you might have. Not doing what you love, being lazy and wasting your time, not spending more time with your family, not taking care of your health, working hard for nothing in return, not traveling when you are young, not enjoying your life to the fullest. It's time to stop making excuses about why you can't do the things you want to do. Instead, start asking yourself questions about how you can do the things you want to do. It will force your mind to find a way. There is never a perfect time. The best time is always now. Let me repeat this. There is never a perfect time. The best time is always now. See you in the next chapter where we will discuss about what is procrastination. Until then, think of this. Imagine you are 80 years old. What are the things that you regret for? Thank you. Stay connected.